YouTube, D-Ski from D-Ski Grillz back with another product review. And today we'll be reviewing coconut briquettes. Now, coconut briquettes are supposed to be an eco-friendly way of cooking your food that also claims to burn hotter and cleaner than regular briquettes. So what I did is I ordered some from Bed Bath & Beyond. It was an online order and they came in 3-pound bags. So let's open this up, let me show it to you, and then we'll talk a little more about it. Now the price of these, I think I spent about 12 bucks and I got 3 bags. So we can check it out. Little 3-pound bags is what we have. Let me make sure I get the price correct too. So I bought these 3 bags and it cost me $11.97. Okay, so the company who makes this is called Co-Shell. And what it claims is that, first it says go green, there are no trees harmed, 100% coconut shells is how they make up these briquettes. The next claim, burns cleaner, hotter, and longer. No harmful additives. I'm going to take this charcoal through its paces, and what we'll do is fire up the Weber Performer today, and maybe we'll sear a steak. I'm thinking we'll sear a steak or a pork chop or something, and see if this stuff really burns hotter. And not only that, check out the taste and see if there's any kind of a coconut taste or if it's just clean with no remnants of coconut flavor in it. So that's what we're doing today. I wanted to share this charcoal with you and then give you my final thoughts once done. So we'll go out, fire up the Weber Performer. This being a 3-pound bag, I'll probably just use this one bag to do a sear job real quick out there, and then we'll come back and talk about it. Thanks for joining me as always, and let's get cooking. Okay, YouTube, we are back. So what we're gonna do now is go ahead and load up the Performer with the Co-Shell coconut briquettes, and we're gonna light them with our Luft lighter and get them sparked that way, let them start ashing over. And in the meantime, I'll go in, and what I'm gonna do is prepare a ribeye. So I'll go simple, salt, pepper, a little cayenne pepper as well, and then that's what we'll be searing today on this grill. So the Performer, as you can see, is still looking good. This is one of my first grills. I've had this grill for over 12 years. It is in beautiful shape. I love this grill. What I have for it also, I'll bring you in real quick, but I have the Craycourt, the Craycourt modular grill grate. So it's the cast iron grill grate. I've had that for years as well. It is still holding true. Let me bring you down here, show you what we got. So we are using the Craycourt. We're going to sear these steaks on the Craycourt grill grate. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to remove this side, the module. Since there's 4, right, you just move those to the side. Take this baby off. Okay, and then we will go ahead and load up our coconut charcoal briquettes. So I have the slow and sear also on this side. This was another thing I bought for the kettle maybe about a year or 2 years ago when the Adrenaline Barbecue Company came out with this product. So I do love this product as well. So let's get this opened. And again, with it being a 3-pound bag, I believe I'm going to probably use the whole bag. Okay, so we use the whole bag. Now, let me show you the difference also. So here's what we got. I'll grab one briquette out of my Kingsford, and then I'll show you the difference between the two. So here's our Kingsford charcoal. Grab a briquette. And then there's one briquette. This is our traditional briquettes that we're all used to from Kingsford. And here is the coconut briquette. So one thing I noticed right off the bat is that this is a lot larger. It's about 1.5 times the size of a standard briquette. I don't see much difference at all other than that. The shape is more of a hexagon type shape. It has a lot of dimensions to it as opposed to this just being a square briquette. So that's the difference in size. Let me grab a couple of more so you can see the difference. So they're all pretty much uniform also. They're the same size briquettes. Pretty nice size. Pretty nice size. It looks like as a one-time use, it almost finished, it almost filled up my slow and sear. Not totally, it's 3/4 of the way full. So we'll go ahead and get these fired up and see what it's about. But I did want to show you the difference, and I'll show you one more time. Coconut versus regular Kingsford briquette. All right, let's get this thing fired up. Okay, this is a better view right here. We'll go ahead and get the loose lighter going. I'm just gonna get the, maybe in a couple of different spots, so I'll just get a couple of spots going. Okay, so we're beginning to get a spark now. I tell you one thing I noticed is that they seem to be harder to light. I mean, they're taking hold, but I'm used to the flame really taking off by now. Okay, one thing I can say, YouTube, is I found these to be very, very difficult to light. So they're very hard. And with this loose lighter, they should have been lit by now. And I've been pretty much on these things for at least 4 or 5 minutes. As you can see, I have a little flame going here, but it should have really taken hold by now. So the briquettes themselves are very dense for whatever that, for whatever the content is. Now, again, it's supposed to be 100% coconut shells, and maybe that's it. I mean, coconut shells are very, very hard. So as you can see, I have it lit. I'm going to just allow those to ash over. See how long it takes for that to happen. You can see they are lit right now. We'll let them ash over. I'll get back with you guys in a bit once everything's ashed over. But that's one thing I can say. Very, very hard to light. They're a very dense and hard briquette. So I'll see you guys in a bit. We'll let these things ash over. Okay, YouTube, we are about 15 minutes in. I wanted to show you where we're at on the charcoal ashing over. Now, one thing I did read, of course, coconuts are a harder substance than the wood briquettes that we use. So that does make sense on why it was harder to light, and also probably why it's so much harder to get it to ash over faster. Now, one thing it said towards the end also is that it is made of 100% coconut shells, and not only that, it can be used, all of the, with it being eco-friendly, your ash and everything can be used as fertilizer at the end of the cook. So maybe something for you guys who have gardens or anything like that. Multiple uses. You're not killing trees. You're using coconut, which is all natural, and I don't know. We're still letting it ash over right now. We'll see how it does with cooking, but it is taking a little while for it to ash over. So I thought I'd stop and show you that real quick. I'll bring you back in once we're fully ashed over and once we get up to temperature. I'm shooting for about 500 degrees for this cook. So once it ashes over, we'll start trying to get towards that 500 degrees. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, YouTube, let me show you where we're at. We are 25 minutes in. As you can see, the coconut briquettes are ashed over. I'm going to go ahead and close the lid, let the grill get up to temperature, and then next thing you see will be us dropping these beautiful ribeye that I've seasoned up. It's sitting on the cutting board. I have a 1 pound ribeye. I figured we would sear it and do the test on that. So I'll see you guys in a bit, but right at about 25 minutes is how long it took for these to ash over, and now we'll get up to temp. See you guys in a bit. Okay, YouTube, we are back, and I want to show you that we are up to 420 degrees. I'm trying to let it get up to 500. Now, I've had the lid closed, airflow wide open, and the bottom damper wide open as well, trying to see if I can't get this thing up to 500 degrees before we put these steaks on. Now, here's the beautiful steak we will be cooking today. It is, again, a 1 pounder. I've had it sitting on the cutting board for about 20-25 minutes now, so it's definitely ready to do its thing. We just need to get this grill up to temperature. So I'm going to hold out a little bit longer. I want to see if I can reach 500 degrees before we put the steak on. Okay, YouTube, we are back, and I'm going to call it done. As far as burning hot, I'm not saying it doesn't burn hot, but it has not moved past 420, 430 degrees. I've had it closed now for 10 minutes, so I have to believe with this staying right there that that's about what I'm going to get out of it. So let's go ahead and sear these steaks and see how that turns out. I'll go ahead and line this up so you guys can watch it when the steak hits the grill. We'll let it go 2 minutes on each side, then we'll put it on the indirect side and let it get up to temperature. Okay, we are ready to go. Let's get our beautiful steak on. I'm gonna hit this one time with a little bit of my grill master. I really like this stuff, and it's really good for maintaining your cast iron. So here we go. We'll go 2 minutes on this side, and then we'll flip it. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, YouTube, we are back. Let's do our first flip. Beautiful sear marks. Can't complain about that. All right, we're gonna go 2 minutes on this side. Okay, YouTube, we are back. We're holding right at 400 degrees. Really, I'm looking at 390 right now. I'm gonna go ahead and open it back up. And we will move this baby to the indirect side. I tell you what, it is one good looking ribeye. Let's see how the other side looks. Yeah, we got great sear marks on both sides. We're gonna leave it indirect now until we get our internal temp. I'm shooting for about 140 to 145 to get the perfect medium well on this steak. So, hey, thanks for hanging in there with me. I'll give you my final thoughts on this charcoal when we go to the cutting board. What I'm gonna do next, of course, is use my thermal pen and make sure we get up to temperature. So you guys know how I do that. I'll show you that in the meantime. We'll wait till we get to that internal temp. Then I'll take you to the cutting board. We'll cut into this baby and tell you what I think about the charcoal. Okay, YouTube, we are back. We're gonna check our internal temperature and see where we're at right now. So you guys know what I use when we do that. We're gonna use our thermal pen and see where we are at. So here we go. We are at 150. This baby is ready to come off. Grab another spot. About 151, 153. Yes, it's time to pull it. Okay, so what I'll do is meet you guys at the cutting board. We will cut into these beautiful ribeye, and I'll tell you my thoughts again on this coconut briquettes. See you guys inside. Okay, YouTube, we are back. So why don't we cut into this ribeye and see how it turned out. You can see right now by the juices, it definitely grilled up nice. The Craycourt grill grates made an awesome sear mark on this ribeye. We'll start cutting in here a little bit and just show you what we got going on. Definitely tender. Tender, I mean, it's like butter, to be honest. I mean, this thing is really right. So we do have the medium well that we wanted. I'll cut a little bit more this way, show you. Perfectly cooked steak. Now, my thoughts on the coconut briquettes. So here, I'll back it up and show you guys, and we can talk about this. Okay, so final thoughts on the coconut charcoal briquettes by Coconut. Time that it takes to ash over, a lot longer than briquettes. Makes sense because coconut is harder than wood briquettes. So it took about 25 to 30 minutes for these to ash over. The claim that it burns hotter and longer, I would say that that is not true. The best I could get was 430 degrees, and that's after letting it totally ash over, and I waited for about 5 or 10 minutes with the lid closed to see if it would reach that higher temperature. I wanted to sear the steak at around 500 degrees, and I could not get there. So 420 to 430 was max. So the claim of burning hotter than briquettes, I'm gonna say it's not true. The fact that it's eco-friendly, the fact that you can use your ashes for fertilizers in your gardens and things like that, major plus. I think that is huge and definitely something to consider. Taste, let's do that right now. So this, of course, is the ribeye. Let's see what we got. This ribeye is absolutely delicious. Do I taste any hint of coconut? Absolutely no taste whatsoever. Matter of fact, I may taste more of a charcoal type flavor from this. So flavor wise is a big thumbs up. Better than briquettes? I'm not sure. I have to do another comparison. I can say that it does have a great flavor to it with no coconut taste. Last but not least, price point. The price for this 3-pound bag was about $3. I bought 3 bags. So since I can't make the claim that it burns hotter, what I'll do with the last 2 bags is I'll do a low and slow. So I'll save those bags, I'll film a low and slow later, let you guys know what I think about that. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe to my channel. Let others know what DC Grillz is up to. And as always, at DC Grillz, grilling is not a pastime, it's a passion. I'm gonna enjoy this steak. Football game's about to come on. You guys enjoy the rest of the day, YouTube. Take care.